We were in the Jeep that hit that Hulk, sir.
And Captain, he was nothing like Dr. Banner. He was huge and powerful, like maybe an escaped gorilla.
You look more like a big old circus bear to me.
Wow, you were seeing things, fellas.
It's no surprise that a larger-than-life character like the Incredible Hulk would be difficult to translate into reality. While big-budget films use CGI to adapt him, it's tricky to interpret the character elsewhere, like for a theme park or event. Here's a look back at several ways old greenskin has been brought into our world beyond visual effects. Would you believe me if I told you Hulk's first live-action appearance predates the TV series by 11 years? Of course not, because I can't show you. In 1966, during the airing of the Marvel Superheroes animated series on WNAC-TV in Boston, live-action segments were featured between the cartoons. According to Lost Media Wiki, one of the characters featured in these segments was Hulk. If this is true, then it marks the first live-action appearance of Hulk, and makes me wonder if he was brought to life through painting a bodybuilder or creating a special suit. Halloween costumes aren't something I'd count when it comes to topics like this, but it'd feel wrong not to include the first Hulk costume that was produced by Ben Cooper. I don't know when exactly this first appeared on store shelves, but the earliest data I could find featuring Cooper's Hulk mask is from 1968. Ben Cooper's costumes left a lot to be desired, not just for Hulk, but for every other character the company had access to. There were other variants of this costume with different art and masks, but none of them ever hit the mark. Eventually, costumes got better, and as the years passed, Hulk began to look like himself. In 1976, Marvel held its second annual comic convention, which featured a few of its notable characters in the flesh, including the Hulk. Sorta.
And speaking of the Hulk, there he is. Now, he may not be flesh and blood, but this is the closest we were able to come to him in a short time.
It's an inflatable suit with a wacky grin, tiny arms, and normal legs. This photo gives us a better look at it, showing that they went as far as giving the performer tethered pants to wear alongside it, instead of just slapping the suit over them and calling it a day. The convention was a huge success in bringing these characters to life, so much so in fact that fans would often send letters to Marvel asking if the costumed heroes could be used for private events. Seeing this as an opportunity to help promote Marvel Comics while simultaneously making money, Stan Lee would launch the Rent a Superhero program. A year later in 1977, the Hulk would receive a major upgrade, ditching the inflatable suit for a fully realized foam outfit with flocked fabric. To get into the suit, the performer would put the pants on first, then step into the lower legs that snapped on at the joint. Sheet foam filled the pants to help bulk up the legs. The waistline had more large snaps that connected to the torso, along with a big pair of suspenders near the pants that helped hold everything together. The lower legs were likely attached with straps, and the bottom of each leg was a fiberglass box that was attached to a simple pair of medium-sized slippers. A strap held each foot securely in place. The arms had a simple shoulder joint that was flexible enough to be rotated up and down. The head was designed to make Hulk appear friendly so as to not scare children. Its scalp was fitted with yak hair and attached by snaps to nylon fabric tabs. There likely was a head bracing webbing from a bicycle helmet attached to the inside of the head to ensure no actor would suffer a major injury from accidentally being knocked down by kids.
Est-ce que vous pouvez démolir d'un coup de main une maison de béton? Est-ce que vous pouvez tordre des barreaux de prison?
November of the same year saw the Hulk launching to new heights of popularity thanks to the Incredible Hulk TV series airing on CBS. The big guy was brought to life with the green body paint and prosthetics. Simple, but effective. This version remained in the public conscience well after the series had ended, making brief appearances in commercials up until 2004. In 1978, the Universal Studios tour added TV Hulk to its Line of a Thousand Faces makeup show.
The Universal Studios Tour Makeup Show features a dramatic demonstration of how motion picture makeup works. As we join the performance, a man and a woman have been selected from the audience to be made up as the Frankenstein monster and the bride of Frankenstein. The Incredible Hulk, who everyone expected earlier, is late.
Can we talk about this?
2 years later, Universal Studios launched Castle Dracula, a new show that featured most of Universal's classic ghouls and monsters. Alongside them was the Hulk, based on his TV appearance once again. The rented superhero Hulk suit would receive a minor update for the 1983 NBC Yummy Awards. The Hulk's head was replaced with a new look inspired by its design in the animated series at the time. Those yellow eyes, complemented by the furrowed brow and gritting teeth, are a stark contrast to the happy and warm appearance of the original head. A complete redesign would occur later in the decade, opting for a less bulky appearance, replacing the foam with plush material. Hulk's head would look more accurate to his comic appearance, including more defined facial features while still retaining a friendly look. This costume can be seen during Spider-Man and Mary Jane's wedding at the Shea Stadium and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade from 1987 to 1989. Mark Grayson and Gary Schneider were the prominent Hulk actors during this time. However, this outfit would still be a far cry from becoming the best Hulk suit. Spider-Man actor Steven Vrados would describe wearing this suit as akin to being swallowed by a giant teddy bear, with its terrible odor smelling like he walked into a frat house after a toga party, further suffocating him. Eventually, the Rent a Superhero program rebranded to the Marvel Personal Appearance Program, and in 1993, the company commissioned a brand new Hulk costume designed by Shafton Inc. The new and improved suit included more room to breathe and better eyesight through the mask. Overall, it was a big improvement over the previous one and was very comfortable. Hulk's head was made out of molded foam latex, having a more neutral facial expression that wasn't cartoonishly defined like the previous heads, and the hair and teeth would appear to be more realistic. In conjunction with how Hulk appeared on TV at the time, his hair was styled into a fancy mullet. Occasionally, this costume would be accompanied by a torn shirt, a feature that previous designs hadn't incorporated. In 1997, the short-lived Marvel Mania restaurant from Universal Studios Hollywood held a grand opening featuring special guests, Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine. Hulk's outfit during this event has only been seen here. It has a similar plush body to the previous outfit, but is far beefier, looking like a combination of the 70s suit and the 90s suit. The head looks like it's made of plastic, reminding me of a helmet. The greens between the plastic and plush are inconsistent, and his facial expression is a little wonky, but I can see the resemblance to Hulk from the 90s cartoon with the way the hair is styled and those protruding cheekbones. As mentioned, this costume wasn't seen anywhere else, so it's safe to assume it was exclusively for this event. Universal's Islands of Adventure opened on May 28, 1999, featuring 5 themed islands at the time, one of them being Marvel Superhero Island. The park had a soft opening a couple of months before, and one of the early looks many got was from the Rosie O'Donnell show, opening with a musical number featuring many costumed characters from the islands, including Hulk. Hulk's brought to life through the old ways, by painting a muscle man and adding a large brow. This time, the paint has added shading that helps define the actor's muscles, and the forehead piece reminds me of those Hulk costumes that include a similar design. It's a cap you put on your head that give you an enlarged, furrowed brow. The Hulk here has a better version of that, topped off with a mullet. His pants are purple with a white tattered shirt around the waist, and he's wearing black boots that are torn near the toe area, giving the idea that his footwear is just as strong as his pants, and to not have Hulk look completely weird in boots. To kick off the new millennium, Marvel partnered with the Got Milk advertising campaign to create a TV commercial promoting the importance of calcium, in which the milkman finds his way to Avengers Mansion, meeting Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, and Hulk. Asylum SFX was in charge of bringing the characters to life. The Hulk suit was made out of foam latex that was perfectly fitted onto the actor, along with the addition of facial prosthetics that allowed for expression. The Marvel Characters Appearance program went for another Hulk redesign, leading toward a much more vibrant, almost cel-shaded appearance. The head looks more plastic when compared to the last suit, and it notably features freaky looking eyes that remind me of tanning goggles. His outdated mullet was replaced with the traditional Hulk hairdo that shaves off the sides, leaving hair on top. When getting a closer look at the mask, I noticed how strikingly similar it looked to Hulk from the milk commercial, and upon further analyzation, it is the same mold. What sold it for me was the vein detail near the temples. So this suit must have been made sometime in 2001 with the help of Asylum SFX, or by simply reusing the molds, somehow. Whether Hulk was ever redesigned or just slowly fitted out the program is unsure of, as the more recent photos I can find feature the MCU inspired suits for all the other heroes, with Hulk either not showing up or still with the same design. In 2003, Universal Studios Hollywood introduced a Hulk meet and greet with a brand new suit, unlike what was seen before. Instead of being made out of foam or plush material, it looks to be created out of a rubbery, flexible plastic of some kind. This helps Hulk appear more lifelike and less like a mutated Muppet. Hulk's face bears a strong resemblance to his movie counterpart from the same year, which makes me think this was made to help promote the film for a limited time. Universal also had a short-lived live event called Ultimate Marvel Mania, coinciding with the release of the Hulk movie, even though the show had little to do with the character outside of featuring the original Marvel Mania Hulk statue and Gammasphere prop. It's weird how this is the only time Universal had a Hulk walking around its parks, but even then, this was such a short appearance. It's difficult to find images of this Hulk, let alone with other characters or outside of his meet and greet area. Maybe the suit wasn't made for him to be up and about like Spider-Man. It did receive one change. In this photo, the head is totally different, resembling a comic-inspired Hulk face. No idea if this occurred at the start, middle, or end of Hulk's time at Universal Hollywood. Toronto, Canada also had its own movie-inspired Hulk costume, for which I can't find any information except for this one photo. I wasn't sure if this was official, but the lady on the right is wearing a Hulk shirt with a badge of some kind, which leads me to believe this was an event of sorts. Hulk's head is modeled after Del Keown's artwork for the film's merchandise, which lends some credence toward this being official, but you can see the performer wearing the toy Hulk hands instead of regular gloves, which you'd think would be part of a suit, as is the case for the previous Hulk outfits. So maybe this is just some great cosplay. Whatever the case, I think it's still worth including. One last thing relating to the Hulk movie are these men dressed as Hulk from the film's premiere after party in Australia. They're just painted green, wearing black gym shorts to the film's logo, and wielding Hulk hands. During the release of the first Avengers film, Target created a neat commercial featuring the Avengers as children. Hulk's appearance is similar to what was done in the milk commercial. It appears to use the same method of creating a fitted foam latex bodysuit, but this time it's made for complete movement. 2014 saw the launch of Marvel Universe Live, a live-action arena show featuring Marvel's characters, Hulk included. 2 suits were used throughout both of the show's run, and both of the suits look just like Edward Norton's Hulk, despite Ruffalo's rendition having well been established. I can't seem to find out who created the first suit, but the second one was created by Quantum Creation Effects. The suit was built to be more detailed and aesthetically realistic, with enhanced performer movement. In 2021, Disneyland opened Avengers Campus, an MCU-inspired theme park. A year later, we'd see Disney take a crack at having a Hulk meet and greet, introducing Hulk based on his appearance in Avengers Endgame. It's an impressive suit, but a major drawback for me and many others is him being in his quantum suit. It's widely speculated that this design was chosen as an easy way to hide Hulk's face without needing to add any movement when he speaks. I've also heard rumblings that it's a legal issue, likely have to do with Ruffalo's likeness, but I don't believe that's true. There is a lot to like about this suit. The engineering put into it is great, and it has an imposing presence. It's just a shame that wanting Hulk to speak led to what we got. One last thing to add from Disneyland is the depiction of Hulk in Rogers the Musical. I didn't think of including this as it was a short gag in an episode of Hawkeye, not really an honest attempt at bringing Hulk to life this way. But after Disneyland brought the show over to its park for a limited time, I thought, yeah, whatever, I'll bring it up. The performer is painted green whilst wearing a green hoodie and black pants. That's it. Currently, Disney's Hulk is the latest of the theme park and public appearance interpretation of the character. Officially at least. There are many more Hulk suits out there that aren't licensed by Marvel, but I'd be here all day if I were to look over every single one of those. I wouldn't doubt there are more Hulk appearances out there that slipped under the radar. The Marvel Character Appearance program had all sorts of heroes and villains, like She-Hulk, who has minuscule documentation, so it wouldn't surprise me to see an image of a Hulk suit I never knew existed. Anyway, I had a lot of fun looking through this niche corner of Hulk history, and the various ways he's been brought to life beyond CGI.